I didn't see anything, I swear!
The night the police arrested me for murder, I kept repeating one sentence in my head. I didn't kill him. But the knife had my fingerprints. The body was in my boss's office. And somehow, every piece of evidence pointed straight at me. The night they arrested me, the rain wouldn't stop. It hammered the roof of my car as blue and red lights flashed in my rearview mirror. I remember gripping the steering wheel, my hands trembling so badly I could barely breathe. "Step out of the vehicle!" The officer's voice cut through the storm. I stepped out slowly, rain soaking through my jacket in seconds. My mind was racing. This couldn't be happening. Two police officers approached me cautiously, hands resting on their holsters like I was some dangerous criminal. "Emily Carter?" one asked. "Yes," I said quietly. "You're under arrest for the murder of Daniel Harper." The world stopped. Daniel Harper was my boss, and I definitely didn't kill him. But that didn't matter, because someone had made sure it looked like I did. 3 hours earlier, everything had been normal, or at least I thought it was. I worked as a receptionist at Harper Financial in the small town of Ridgewood, Ohio. It wasn't a glamorous job, but it paid the bills. Daniel Harper owned the company. He was rich, powerful, and honestly, not very liked. People whispered about shady business deals and enemies he'd made over the years. But none of that was my business. Until that night. Around 8:30 p.m., I was finishing paperwork when my phone buzzed. It was a text from Daniel. "Emily, come to my office. Urgent." That was strange. Daniel usually left by 6, but I walked upstairs anyway. His door's office was slightly open. "Mr. Harper?" I called. No response. I pushed the door open and froze. Daniel Harper was lying on the floor behind his desk. Blood spread across the white carpet like spilled paint. For a moment, my brain refused to process what I was seeing. Then panic hit me like a truck. Oh my God! I rushed forward and knelt beside him. His eyes were open, but there was nothing behind them. He was dead. I should have called the police immediately. But that's when I heard footsteps in the hallway. Heavy, fast. Someone was coming. Fear surged through me. I didn't know why, but instinct screamed at me to leave. So I ran, down the stairs, out the front door, into the cold night air. I jumped into my car and drove. That's when the police lights appeared, and the nightmare began. At the station, the interrogation room smelled like cheap coffee and old paper. Detective Laura Grant sat across from me, her eyes sharp and calculating. "You want to explain something to me, Emily?" "I didn't kill him." She slid a plastic evidence bag across the table. Inside was a knife. My stomach dropped. "That knife," she said calmly, "has your fingerprints on it." "That's impossible." "Really?" she asked, "because we found it next to Daniel Harper's body." I felt my chest tighten. Someone had set me up. But who? And why? They released me the next day, not because they believed me, but because they didn't have enough evidence yet. Still, everyone in Ridgewood already believed I was a murderer. People stared when I walked into stores. Whispers followed me down the street. My life was collapsing, and the real killer was still out there. I couldn't sit around waiting to be arrested again, so I started digging. Daniel Harper had enemies, lots of them. Former employees, business rivals, even family members. But one name kept appearing again and again. Michael Turner, Daniel's business partner. The quiet one, the invisible one, the man nobody ever talked about, which made him interesting. I decided to visit the office late that night. The police had sealed Daniel's office, but the rest of the building was open. The place felt eerie in the darkness. Every creak of the floorboards made my heart race. I walked upstairs toward Daniel's office. That's when I heard something. A drawer closing. Someone else was there. I slowly peeked around the corner. Michael Turner stood inside Daniel's office, searching through the desk. My heart pounded. "Looking for something?" I asked. He spun around, startled. "Emily?" he said. Then his expression changed, from surprise to something colder, something dangerous. "You shouldn't be here," he said quietly. I could say the same thing. For a moment, neither of us moved. Then he sighed. "You're smarter than I thought." A chill ran down my spine. "You killed him," I whispered. Michael smiled, not a nervous smile, a satisfied one. "Daniel had a habit of stealing money from our company. What does that have to do with me? You were convenient." My stomach twisted. "You framed me." He shrugged. "Someone had to take the fall." My mind raced. I needed to get out of there. But Michael suddenly pulled something from his jacket. A gun. "Unfortunately," he said calmly, "you know too much now." My heart slammed against my ribs. "You won't get away with this." "Oh, I already have." Then footsteps echoed in the hallway. Michael froze. Police officers rushed into the room. "Drop the weapon!" Michael's eyes widened. The gun clattered to the floor. Detective Laura Grant stepped forward. I had a feeling Emily was telling the truth. I stared at her. "You followed me?" She nodded slightly. "Sometimes," she said, "the best way to catch a killer is to let them think they've already won." A week later, Michael Turner confessed, not just to Daniel Harper's murder, but to years of financial fraud. Turns out Daniel had discovered the truth, and Michael couldn't risk being exposed. So he killed him and tried to pin it on me. Life in Ridgewood slowly returned to normal. People stopped whispering. The stares disappeared. But sometimes late at night, I still remember the moment they put handcuffs on my wrists. The moment my life almost ended because of someone else's crime. And one terrifying thought always lingers in my mind. If Detective Grant hadn't believed me, I might still be sitting in a prison cell for a murder I didn't commit. Thanks for watching.